Oh, nice.
All right.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Creepy InQueeries,
A podcast dedicated to all things creepy, spoopy, and true crimey.
with your host, Miss,
Kevin.
And Edie.
your friendly neighborhood queers.
Let's dive
Well, welcome, everybody. Welcome the hell back. It's episode 10, isn't it?
Double digits.
As you heard from our intro, we are joined again by our favorite person in the world, I'll say. Our lovely friend Edie. Welcome back, Edie.
Oh, thank you for having me. Y'all left your door unlocked, so I just came in, rearranged your plans.
That's a B&E, my friend. That is a B&E.
It is. It is a B&E.
It is a B&E.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me back. You're going to give me a big head. It's going to be so big, I'm going to float away.
Welcome.
Yes. Well, how has everyone's weekend been?
Yeah, it's good. It's studying. So
Studying away. Yep. Counting down the days.
Check in with Kevin. How are you? How was your weekend?
It was genuinely quiet.
Okay.
Last episode we talked about how my nieces were here last weekend. They came over and we got to spend some time with them, and we had a little slumber party with me and Ben. And it was so fun. It was lovely. And
so a nice quiet follow-up.
Yes. So a quiet follow-up was the weekend where we did nothing.
Oh, I love nothing.
Yes.
Ugh, same.
It's my favorite.
Nothing is absolutely my favorite.
And Edie, what did you get up to?
Well, recently we watched Matrix 4, and without spoiling anything, I mean, like, hot take alert, I loved it.
I loved it too.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. My partner is an enormous Matrix fan. All three has seen them many, 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 many times. And I had seen like the first one a few times. And the day that we watched Matrix 4, we like skipped through around in 2 and 3. We saw Monica Bellucci. We saw Jada. We saw that French guy.
Yes.
We saw the twins that turned into
with the
Matrix
dreads.
ghosts. Yeah. We saw it all. We saw it all. All the Smiths, all the hundreds of Smiths. We got to know them all. The like replacement Oracle, that was not great.
Yeah.
But like circumstances were what they were. But so we did all that, and going into watching the new one, I was like, all right, well, it's going to be more Matrix, which is going to be, my partner's going to love it. And that's great. And I'll enjoy that. And I'll just sit through this 2.5 hours and it'll just be what it is. But it's the power of love. It's meta commentary on franchises and films and the pressures of making art.
Specifically about WB being like the enemies of the movie.
Loved it. I can see all the reasons why the very stuff that I really enjoyed about the film are things that people hated. And I was like, Lana, you've done it again. You're making something that is so incredibly divisive. And even that divisiveness and capital D discourse about this movie is part of what the movie is about. Oh, Lana, chef's kiss for Lana.
Crazy bitch, and I love it. Yeah, it was great.
Adored it. We thought it was great.
I loved it. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think I saw the first one like once, like when it came out. I remember a lot of yoga, right? And bullets. So
Okay.
And pills.
I don't know that I would call the movement in Matrix 1 yoga. I don't know that I would call it that.
I mean, like...
But that you did delights me.
Yeah.
It's yoga adjacent.
You know, he's stopping bullets. He's doing his vinyasa.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's doing his Bikram.
I do support it though because I do love Keanu Reeves.
Oh, very
Keanu
much.
rules, and he rules in this. He rules in this.
Yeah.
Carrie-Ann Moss rules in this. Jonathan Groff rules in this. NPH rules in this. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II rules in this. What's-her-face, who plays Bugs, rules in this.
Yes, Bugs was great, and I want her hair, and I want her sunglasses. I want those sunglasses.
You guys are going to have to, in 1 month, remind me to watch this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's the next time I'll be able to watch a movie.
Sure. Understood. Yeah. Once the specter of the Bargs, is behind you. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little test that brings total obliteration.
I was like, if I pass this test, I'm allowed to pass through the door.
Yes,
I mean, technically I can now. I mean, now I sit next to the judge, but...
Oh, look at you.
Well,
sitting
shit.
next to the judge.
I mean, I don't do anything.
I would love to just sit there and watch shit go down and not have any, like...
It's amazing.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, clerking is great. It's awesome.
I mean, it's my job. It's my job to watch trials.
That's so cool.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a good gig.
All right. Miss, you want an intro?
Sorry.
We're doing a podcast, remember?
The key was too strong.
I had to... Kevin, do you have a true crime story for us this week?
Why would I have a true crime story for you this week?
Gimme.
Well, I think I can pull something out of my behind and tell y'all a story.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
I thought it would be great to have Edie back for this episode specifically, just because there was a lot of post-crime legal stuff to talk about that I really would love to get both of your opinions on, because I am a layman in every sense of the word. And I just thought it was, well, A, the story is bonkers.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And B, the legal stuff about it is also worthy of a discussion for sure.
Awesome.
Cool.
Now, I'm going to preface the story. Obviously, different states have different rules in their legal systems. So, that is what it is.
Yes.
This particular story comes from the amazing state of Florida.
Oh
my
God. Florida.
So it's already a fun one.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Uh-huh.
Sunshine laws.
I do not practice law in the state of Florida.
Yes.
So,
none of us do.
Yeah, so that's something for all of us.
Keep that in mind, you all.
Also, not talking on this show is in no way.
Yeah, I'm a lawyer. I'm not your lawyer. Listening to my voice on this podcast does not constitute an attorney-client relationship, and nothing that I say should be construed as legal advice.
Absolutely.
Boom.
I hope that not one of y'all know who this person is, because that always just tickles my heart.
Ooh, can we tickle?
Yes. So today I'm going to tell you a story about a Florida woman named Jennifer Mee, better known as Hiccup Girl.
What?
No, but I'm so excited about the possibilities that are floating around in my brain.
Right. Florida woman, Hiccup Girl. True crime.
Oh, God.
Are you in?
What year?
2010.
What?
Yes.
No.
This is great. I'm so excited.
Oh, my God.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. So Jennifer Hiccup Girl Mee, M-E-E. And I will interchangeably refer to her as either Jennifer or Hiccup Girl.
You're always a hiccup girl to me.
Stop this.
All right. So Hiccup Girl was born on July 28th, 1991 in St. Petersburg, Florida. I couldn't find too much about her upbringing and early life, so we're just going to go start to her entry into nationwide attention.
Yes.
So at the age of 15, on January 23rd in the year 2007 of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, she was sitting in science class at Northeast High School in St. Petersburg when she started having a bout of hiccups that wouldn't cease. It's not just any kind of normal hiccups. She was hiccuping upwards of 50 times a minute.
No.
How?
The hiccups lasted for at least 6 weeks long.
No.
Continually hiccuping 50 times a minute.
Absolutely not. No, that's torture.
Yeah.
Was she have like an electric current going through her?
She was just sitting in science class apparently, and it just started.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm upset.
Yeah.
This sucks.
I used to read the Guinness Book of World Records as a kid, and I think one of the things was in there with longest toenails and world's oldest person is longest continuous bout of hiccups, and it is months, year, ages and ages and ages.
Outrageous.
Which is the only reason why I know that something like this is possible. Thanks, Guinness.
Yep. Thank you, Guinness. I do remember those two.
Die of the hiccups?
Probably. You can die of going out in the sun, apparently.
I think you... Well, I've been close to that death.
Many a time.
Helpline.com says that it's very unlikely that you will die due to hiccups, which is not a no, you can't die from hiccups.
Not a no. That is not a no.
That's not a zero chance. Yeah. So
all I can hear is that there is a chance.
Yeah. There was no explanation on how or why it started. She had no idea. Her mom took her to see neurologists, cardiologists, pediatricians. She got MRIs done. She got blood work done. She tried all those kinds of folk remedies to try and stop herself from hiccuping. She ate a bunch of peanut butter. She was eating sugar. She drank loads of water. She had people scare her, of course. We all know those.
Yeah.
All futile attempts. It just kept happening.
Jeez.
And the kids at school must have been fucking merciless,
I bet.
too. Oh, I bet it was fucking terrible.
She ended up dropping out of school.
She dropped out?
Well, I guess she didn't drop out per se. She just stopped going until I guess they could figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, fair, because those little shitheads are going to be...
No.
They've got to be torturing her because of these hiccups. I'm helping you.
But also, how disruptive is that?
Yeah, you can't really sit in class.
That's the other thing.
50 times a minute.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I didn't even think that muscle can move that fast.
Yeah. She was
I'm upset.
she was
I'm
afraid to eat
her.
solid foods, and she had trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep. It was just awful. Awful.
Oh my God.
Poor hiccup girl.
It sounds horrible.
Yeah, so with no answers from local doctors, she and her family made the news rounds on morning TV shows, on national shows like the Today Show, to get her story out there and to see if anyone could help her with the hiccuping.
Oh, on top of this, she has to get groomed by Matt Lauer on the Today Show. Talking about her hiccups.
Don't go in her office, kid. Put your foot on the door.
No, Katie, I've got this one.
Yes. So eventually she was treated with antipsychotic medication Thorazine, which was common for treatment of tics from Tourette syndrome, which is what they believe the culprit of the hiccups to be. Yes. And that medication worked and her hiccups dissipated and she was able to manage that going forward. So in all likelihood, it was probably more of a tic from Tourette's.
Wow.
It's more of a tick up.
I mean, I know that the tics are physical.
That's why I have you on here, Edie.
I'm a punny person.
That's hurtful, and I agree with it.
Yes.
No, I know that it's a physical tic as well, not just verbal tics. But I've never thought an internal tic. That's so wild.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Anyway, sorry.
So she was able to manage the hiccups. As soon as the hiccups dissipated, her national attention and curiosity about her case also dissipated. So she fell away from the public limelight. But for a couple weeks there, she was making the rounds on all those shows, and she was like a national curiosity.
Oh, God.
It's weird.
Yeah. And after that, Jennifer was struggling a little more throughout her teens, her late teens. She struggled mentally actually throughout her life.
Yeah.
She ran away from home multiple times after the hiccups stopped. And her mom kind of described her as living in like a transient life, kind of bouncing from couch to couch. Her mother was even saying that her case of hiccups wasn't just a case of hiccups. It was a curse of hiccups because the notoriety that she found when she was in that kind of distressing situation with the hiccups and also at the age of 15 and also with her like kind of mental capacity at that time really was a perfect storm for a lot of things to go wrong for her, or like her to make different kinds of decisions that she may or may not have made if she didn't have one or more of those kinds of issues.
Yeah. It's hard to have something about you that's different when you're a teenager, and then that thing is continuous hiccups for 6 weeks and you're on TV for all that stuff so that you're known as Hiccup Girl.
You were known nationally as Hiccup Girl.
Nuh-uh.
You get podcast episodes about you being called Hiccup Girl by 3 queers in Baltimore.
Oh God, what bastards would do that?
I don't quite understand why they went on TV. How did that happen?
Because they weren't getting answers where they were at in Florida, and no one could figure out why.
Oh, they weren't getting answers.
Yeah.
Okay. So they were just like, anybody, help us.
Yeah. They put the word out there.
I shudder to think like the people writing into like Good Morning America. Hydroxychloroquine will do it. Hiccups right up. Stop on Joe Rogan.
Stop this.
Oh my God. Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, she was really going through a tough time in her late teens. There was a police officer that was interviewed on Good Morning America after the story in which I'm about to tell you. He was quoted as saying on Good Morning America, over the last year, since she turned 18, we've had probably over a dozen contacts with her. So she was really causing distress in her own life and doing whatever, so it sucks. She left home at 17, and she claims that her short-lived celebrity, quote, went to her head and made her go off the rails.
A little, like,
just like that girl from Dr. Phil. Yeah.
Yes, Miss.
Bad baby.
Catch Me Outside. How about that?
Yes.
Yes, that.
That son of a bitch, Dr. Phil, sent her to some shitty, like, troubled teen industry bullshit place.
And they're terrible places.
They are bad.
They're so bad. And regardless of all of that, why was she on television? Why was she on television?
She makes good television, miss. That's why.
No, and that's what it is. And that's what's upsetting.
Same with Hiccup Girl.
This girl needs like so much, like they just needed so much different kind of help. Anyway.
Yeah, like they needed doctors around the country to know about what was happening to her. They didn't need every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Right. Oh, this poor girl. Okay, so she's in her late teens. She left home. She ran away.
She's not in a good space. Yeah. So cut to 2010. Jennifer, who no longer Hiccup Girl and no longer a media curiosity, turned to a life of crime.
Okay.
Jennifer had been living with 3 other roommates, 2 men, one named LaRon Rayford and one named Lamont Newton, and a woman who was also named Jennifer.
Nice.
Hiccup Girl and LaRon were dating each other as well at the time.
Okay.
According to testimony and court records, this is what went down on the day of the crime. Time for you lawyerly types to start taking notes.
All right, pens out, legal pads out.
On or around October 17th, 2010, Hiccup Girl, who was 19 at the time, accepted a friend request from the victim, whose name was Shannon Griffin.
Okay.
And then about 6 days later, on October 23rd, she lured Shannon Griffin via her cell phone, and I believe Facebook, I could be wrong, to an abandoned house in St. Petersburg with the promise of purchasing cannabis, which was where her 2 male roommates, LaRon and Lamont, were actually hiding because they were planning to rob Shannon. There was no cannabis.
How fucking dare you?
I mean, it's like a super common scenario.
I don't need this from you.
It sucks. Yeah, there's a lot of buying stuff, anything, cannabis, phones, just oh, meet me at this address.
No.
Don't
That's
do
what
it.
you should do.
There's a non-zero chance that you're going to get robbed.
You're going to get robbed. Jennifer Sharon, who was the fourth roommate, she testified for the defense that she had been working during that day. And when she returned home, the four of them together were all planning to go see the movie Paranormal Activity.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That is when that was.
Yeah.
Are we old?
We are.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
they were all going to go see Paranormal Activity. But first, Laurent, Lamont, and Jennifer, me, who is Hiccup Girl, they said that they were going to go out to get some money, and they eventually left.
Okay.
Hiccup Girl was the first to come back, according to Jennifer's testimony. She came back out of breath, panicked, saying that she had heard gunshots. Then Laurent came home to the apartment. He was distraught, looking like he had been in a fight. And he said that the other roommate, Lamont, had been shot. But about a minute later, Lamont came back into the apartment. He was not shot. He had said that someone else had been shot, Shannon Griffin, the guy that was going to buy some pot.
Oh, okay.
So apparently what had happened was after the men robbed Shannon Griffin, side note, they only stole $50 from him because that's what he had on him.
Nice. Worth it.
So worth it. There was a struggle over the gun that they were holding him up on, and Griffin was shot 4 times in the chest, and he was left for dead in an alleyway behind that abandoned house.
4 times.
Yeah, 4 times. Hiccup Girl was allegedly not at the house at the time of the struggle and murder. She was not present for that.
Okay.
In her first interview with the police, Hiccup Girl initially claimed that her boyfriend, Laurent, killed Shannon because he thought that there was like some kind of like love triangle involving her and the victim, Shannon. Later, she ended up changing her story and she allegedly confessed that no, she was the one that lured Mr. Griffin to that place to be robbed.
Hiccup Girl did?
Hiccup Girl, yeah. She was the one that was like, you know, we come buy it from us, whatever. So after Shannon Griffin was killed and the 3 roommates returned home, they were arrested the next day, and police found Shannon's wallet, work ID, and other items in their apartment. And they found Hiccup Girl's fingerprints on Griffith's driver's license. All 3 people, Jennifer, Laurent, and Lamont, were charged with first-degree murder.
Okay.
And what was Jen charged with?
Jennifer, Hiccup Girl, me, was charged with first-degree murder.
Yes, because Florida has a felony murder statute. I just looked this up.
Yes.
It is. The statutes are absolute garbage. Maryland has one as well. It's
I'm pretty sure Pennsylvania does as well.
Yeah, it's guilt by association. The idea behind it is that if you are
in the middle of like committing, it's in the commission of a dangerous felony, somebody dies.
Yes.
Somebody is murdered or killed. Any defendant will be guilty of first-degree murder.
Absolutely.
Anyone
So you
there.
were just as guilty as if you pulled the trigger.
Yes. Yeah, it wouldn't matter if, I mean, again, I'm not looking at Florida's specific statute, but it might not matter that Jen wasn't at the house at the time.
It's conspiracy at the very least.
Well, that's interesting though, because at least in Maryland, there is also a crime for conspiracy to commit, say first-degree murder, which would require intent, an agreement about the murder itself.
Yes.
Felony murder would be different because you don't have to intend for any homicide to happen at all, which is what is deeply, deeply unfair about these statutes.
Yeah, it completely eliminates the most important element of a crime, which is the intent, the mindset to commit the crime.
Yeah, especially for a first-degree murder, which is usually requires
planning,
in a lot of states. Yeah, it usually requires specific intent. Yeah, premeditation and specific intent to kill.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is exactly why I wanted to have you guys on, because this is exactly what I was writing down, because I was like, this statute in Florida is a bonkers. And I wanted to know if there was something else outside of that state that also had similar kind of statutes and stuff.
Yeah, Maryland has one as well.
What were the other 3 charged with?
They were all 3 initially charged with first-degree murder.
Okay.
Across the board. And again, exactly what y'all just said. Jennifer was charged because she was the one who set up the robbery. She was the one that lured Shannon Griffin to the scene with the promise of purchasing weed. The plan was to rob them, not to murder him.
Right.
But a murder occurred, and therefore...
It would be conspiracy to commit robbery, but not any, you know, she had no idea that...
Yeah, the plan that was orchestrated was not murder. The plan was robbery, which obviously not great. But there's no intent to kill. So the fact that, I mean, it's the very least that is the conspiracy, because a conspiracy is a complete crime on its own.
Right. And requires some kind of agreement and some kind of...
intent to commit a crime.
Knowledge, Yeah, felony murder is a very bad idea, bad policy, and very, what's the word? Antiquated. It's very antiquated.
Yep.
Yes.
I found a really interesting article titled The Principal Theory in the Hastings Women's Law Journal. And it was written by two women that were convicted of first-degree murder in Florida, and their names are Jennifer Twist and Marion Starr Blake. And that whole article discusses this very thing from a woman's perspective. You know, when a woman, she's usually a victimized woman in some way, is part of a crime, who may or may not have actually done the deed, but were there and are charged with the same as the other perpetrators. That, especially in Florida, the majority of female lifers without parole are under the age of 25.
Wow.
And a lot of them are first-time offenders. And
I believe that as well. Yeah.
And I think that's the whole article talks about the idea of having these theory that, like, since you were there, you were also as culpable, and having, being convicted with...
You don't even have to be there.
Yeah.
There. No.
And you get life without parole, which is... For, a 25-year-old who may or may not have been victimized into doing the crime or whatever, there's no opportunity for parole. There's no opportunity for, rehabilitation in any way or any other circumstances to consider. It is like, you were there, you were part of it, you're just as guilty, regardless.
Yeah.
Right. And there's plenty of people who go along with others, especially when you're under 25. Our brains aren't fully developed until we're 25. And the way that I've heard it described by like neurologists or neuroscientists is that we develop the ability to press on the gas and steer with our brains much earlier than we develop the ability to brake. And we're more susceptible to peer pressure as adolescents and very young adults. So there are plenty of people who go along. And once you're involved, it's scary to back out of something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if we've got these kind of, it's a sense of being, I'm going to use another like legalese phrase in the civil law world of you're strictly liable. Like you're just by being.
The fact that the crime occurred, you are guilty, regardless of anything else.
Regardless of what you did or didn't plan on. The policy idea behind this is that, like, well, you plan to do the robbery and a murder is a reasonably foreseeable outcome of this robbery. And so since you knew that going in, which you may or may not know that. You don't know that.
No, it's no or should have known.
Yeah. And, is a homicide a reasonably foreseeable outcome of a robbery? Like, I don't think so. No. But it's
can you really hear that?
It's
can really
really
hear the lawyer coming out.
It's really horseshit.
I know. And keep in mind too, Hiccup Girl was 19 at the time of the crime.
Yeah.
And she, her lawyer in her defense goes on to say that she really had the mental capacity of a 13-year-old. And she had a history of mental illness. She apparently was victimized by a previous boyfriend. She spent time in a psychiatric hospital at some point too. So like that was his defense.
All really important stuff to bring up.
Those are
really
good things for her.
Absolutely. So Jennifer's trial did not begin until September of 2013. About 3 years later, she was held in prison since her arrest in October of 2010. And a lot of that time in isolation because detention deputies said she was a high-profile inmate because she was Hiccup Girl.
Yeah, that's 3 years is a long but not unheard of.
What was the reason?
Probably a bunch of delays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, a bunch of delays. And in 2010, Her lawyer offered prosecutors for Jennifer to plead guilty to a lesser charge in exchange for 15 years. But that plea was never accepted for whatever reason. I couldn't find it.
Oh, because they wanted a pound of flesh is why they wanted, because crime is bad.
And she's Hiccup Girl. She was a nationally known person.
And she's Hiccup Girl.
Yeah. She went from a curiosity to a quote unquote criminal, sensational. Jennifer's lawyer, John Trevina, as we were just talking about, he used the strategy of the young, impressionable, mentally ill woman in the wrong place, wrong time defense. He asserted that Jennifer suffered from Tourette syndrome and schizophrenia, which the judge paused the trial in order to psych evaluation after, the schizophrenia assertion.
Right. To see if she's competent to stand trial.
Absolutely. And she was eventually deemed competent to stand trial. So that went ahead. Her lawyers argued that she had the mental capacity of a 13-year-old. The prosecution's idea that she was this mastermind of the events wasn't true.
She didn't have the capacity.
They said she was the mastermind because she sent the initial Facebook message. She's the mastermind.
That was their whole strategy. She set it all up. She set it all up.
That's classic.
Yeah. The lawyers said the prosecutors were misinterpreting the words of, quote, a frightened young girl. He said, I don't think there was ever any plan or any intent to murder Shannon Griffin. What is it that she set up? We're not dealing with a mastermind here, which is alluding to her mental capacity and also the prosecution's, stance on this.
Theory.
Yeah, theory.
Yeah. They wanted to refer to her as a mastermind to undercut the defense that she had, mental issues and was young, and the state is going to want to say things like, well, no, that's not actually true, really, but she was the one to plan this whole thing.
Christopher Labruzzo, who was one of the prosecutors, he said, I'm sure she didn't intend for there to be a murder in this case. And Jan Olney, who was the other prosecutor, she said, look, Jennifer Me participated, and she participated in this fashion. She was the bait that lured Shannon Griffin to a back alley where two of her cohorts waited. The prosecutors jumped at a jailhouse phone call between Jennifer and her mother hours after Jennifer's arrest.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Here's the deal, though. All jailhouse calls are recorded. Don't talk about anything on the phone.
It's like, I think there's even signs in front of the fucking phone that say they're recording.
But again, Jennifer had a diminished capacity mentally, too.
No, I know. Definitely.
True. This is just a word of the wise. And if you're ever awaiting trial or something, and somebody in the facility starts asking you questions about oh, hey, what's going on with your case? Don't tell them
shit.
Don't tell them anything, because who knows what they're promised in their own case, that if they have any information about any other defendant, that they might get anything else. So don't trust no one. Don't say anything about your crime. Also, no shame in that game. It's harsh, but it's real. You do what you have to do to get yourself out of confinement. Just don't say anything. Don't say anything to anybody. Don't talk about anything.
Yeah. The prosecutors used that even in their closing statements. They started off by playing the recording again, saying that, Hiccup Girl was the star witness in their case against her because of her words. In the recording, when her mom asked, why was she arrested? Jennifer told her, quote, I didn't kill nobody. I set everything up. It all went wrong, Mom. It fucking just went downhill after everything happened.
Oh, my God.
Quote.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
My heart is breaking for Jen.
Yeah.
So on September 20th, 2013, the jury, after deliberating for 4 hours, agreed that Jennifer Me was guilty of first-degree murder. It was reported, though, that some jury members were crying when the verdict was read.
Yeah.
Because I think that was the only option they could...
Well, that's the thing. With the way that the statute is, she would be, because she's involved with the robbery.
You guys alluded to this and talked about this already before, and I would love to know a little bit more about it because I still don't understand, but she was found guilty of first-degree murder. The other two dudes, Laron and Lamont, they were tried separately, and they were also found guilty, but they were charged with first-degree felony murder, and they each received life in prison.
That's weird. That sounds like it should be the other way around, that she should
I think so, too.
She should have been charged with felony murder.
Who did the murdering?
I am not entirely sure.
Do we even know?
I guess it could have been either Laurent or Lamont, and it never got
My guess
one
is
of
it's
them.
probably Lamont because he was the last one that came home, and Laurent was like, someone shot Lamont. But then Lamont came back and he was like, that guy was shot. So I don't know if Lamont was the last person there or if he was just the last person to come back to the apartment. But my money's on Lamont. I'm not too sure, though.
Yeah, who knows?
So the other two, so the two men, they get felony murder and she gets first degree murder, which, okay, that makes sense because what they're saying is she's the orchestrator. She had the premeditation. The dudes were just there to rob him and something went wrong. And so that's how they get to felony murder because in the process of robbing, the guy died.
Wow, she was, first degree murder.
That's the only thing I can think of because she was not there, quote unquote, when the actual murder took place. So the only way that it could be first degree murder is if there's premeditation and malice aforefront. So she had to have, they're saying that she had the intent.
Bonkers to me. That's bonkers.
She had the intent, like the intent was not to rob. The intent was to murder.
Wild.
When she set it up, she was sending these two guys to kill Shannon.
But apparently they did not.
But that doesn't make sense
This
to
is
me.
bonkers. This is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
And they should have just let her plead to 15.
Yeah. Well, they probably knew that they could do it. They probably know the area. This is Florida.
Yeah. Even 15 is a lot of time.
It is.
For her level of involvement.
And maybe they had that to her because they had the communications. She was the one that communicated with the victim first.
Yeah. And I mean,
that's just so wild, though.
Malice isn't difficult to prove either because she had at the very least, she had the ill intent of luring him there for a reason that was false, whether it was to rob or murder.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this is a hard case.
I don't know what
for the defense.
Florida's first degree murder statute looks like.
Yeah,
but it is wild to me. Wild. Charged and convicted of first degree. Then I don't quite understand. Without looking at the statute, I don't understand how the jury got there. If she were charged with felony murder, I would understand that more. I'd still be furious at it, but I would understand it more.
That's what I'm having trouble with because regardless of anything, whether they intended for him to die or not, there's no proof that, like, the whole plan that was documented and everything, that's to rob him. I mean, I don't know why that was their plan. I don't know what they thought they were getting. Oh,
first degree murder is committed in Florida when a person commits either premeditated murder or felony murder. Okay, so there are two different what are called modalities. I think that addresses our question. And for law nerds, that looks like it is under Florida statute 782.041A describes first degree murder.
It's interesting that if they are different modalities but still first degree murder, why would they call one first degree murder and one felony murder?
Well, I guess because they would have different elements that are required to get at the same.
That's fair. Right.
Every law that's written down, like a statute, has elements.
Right.
And so for premeditated murder, you're going to have different elements than for felony murder. For premeditated murder, you're going to have something like, premeditation or planning or intent to kill. For felony murder, you're going to have, like we've talked about, participation in some other
dangerous felony,
some qualifying felony.
Yeah.
And as a result, somebody dies.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Mia's attorney motioned for a new trial, but that was denied. And her sentence has been criticized as being disparate from that which would be imposed upon a similarly situated male.
That makes sense, actually. Like, on the one hand, you've got your Lizzie Borden type scenario, like, how could a mere woman do this bad thing? But then on the other hand, you've got the kind of
all women are evil?
Masterminds, evil machinations of womankind and pulling the strings of these men.
Yes, and we couldn't possibly be trusted. Because
yes, Schrodinger's woman, both too strong and too weak.
Please, that's what we call
Is she or isn't she in the box? Get in the box.
Get in the box. Jen, get in the box.
So, that is a legend of fucking Hiccup Girl who came from nationwide curiosity to first degree murderer, allegedly.
Yeah, and our sympathy for this girl is not to take away from the person who died.
Not at all.
Both can.
Shannon
I just
Griffin.
want it to be clear. Shannon, like, they can exist at the same time. Both can be true.
We've got a situation in which multiple lives were taken away.
Yes, definitely.
Shannon Griffin's life was taken away on the night of the gunshot. And then we've got these 3 other people. You know, we're, as a society, we are conditioned to think it is more righteous or good or okay when it is the state that is taking life and liberty away.
Sure.
And it's not necessarily so. I don't believe that, at least. That's
How dare you?
How dare I?
What, you don't believe in justice, Edie?
Come in this.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in justice.
Come in this house and talk about your communism.
In our podcast, thank you for listening to my story.
Thank you for the story.
I really enjoyed this because all 3 mostly you 2 really drove the conversation because you have such a great knowledge on legalities that I have no fucking clue about. And I just want to thank you guys for contributing so much to it because it really makes a great episode.
Edie really like having experience being an attorney. It's such a different spot from studying the law or even being tangentially involved. So it's very interesting.
It's always my pleasure to talk about unfairness in the criminal legal system.
So, Miss, do you have a spoopy story to regale us with?
Spoop it up.
You are not and could not be prepared.
Are we not ready?
Oh my God.
No.
I'm bracing myself.
Okay. Today, we are going to be talking about the cosmic people of light powers or universe people.
What?
Ever heard of it?
No?
Universe people.
Universe people.
Oh my God.
Now, is this a cult? I want to, based off of its name, is it a cult?
Yes.
It's my favorite.
Yes.
It's episode 10. It's our first cult. If you know nothing about Miss, she loves weird religions. She's obsessed with cults.
Yes.
Oh.
If she didn't want to be a lawyer, I'm sure you'd be a cult deprogrammer somewhere.
Cult deprogrammer would be fun.
Yes.
Aim high. Cult leader.
Yeah. No.
Cree from The Office, where he was like, I've been both a cult leader and a cult follower. both are good in their own ways. With a cult leader, you make more money. With a cult follower, God damn it. Someone get that quote. I'm not
you almost had it, Kevin. You almost had it. You always do this.
The best part about that is that, right before the punchline, you lost it.
I always.
That's the best part.
That's
all the tension.
Thing.
You've edged us. All the tension has built, and then I forgot.
Oh, here it is. Okay. I've been involved in a number of cults, both as a leader and a follower. You have more fun as a follower, but you make more money as a leader. So I didn't fuck it up too bad.
No, you almost had it.
I fucked it up just enough.
You almost had it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess define fun.
Yeah.
How much fun do the universe people have?
Yes.
Not that much.
Oh.
But it's not like anything gross. So yet.
Still going? Could I become a universe person?
Oh yeah. We're gonna do it today. We're gonna do it today.
Oh my God. Get ready to never see me again. I'm gonna detach from all of you fuckers.
No. Edie, we brought you here to indoctrinate you today. This is not a podcast recording. This is to bring you on board.
Bringing me into the fold of the universe people?
This is an onboarding.
Yes. I gotta fill out my universe person W-2. Fill out my I-9.
Stop this.
3 forms of ID to become a universe person.
So mad that I laughed so hard at that. Okay. You're not ready. You're not, and you won't be.
All we've heard is universe people, and
we're not ready.
We were gone. We were off.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Picture it. It's 2007.
Okay, I'm familiar.
You're in Slovakia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably nighttime.
Perhaps.
And a man pops onto your TV and says the following. If you were attacked by a lizard man from an outer world, if you were... Start over.
This is good.
I'm sold. I'm completely sold. Bye. Bye, y'all. Going to Slovakia right now.
If you were attacked by a lizard man from an outer world, the Ministry of Defense should defend its people, shouldn't it? Or do you consider those lizard people as friends?
Now, that's a reasonable question to ask.
Amazing. Amazing. Now, lizard people...
Zorp is dead. Long live Zorp.
Oh, yeah, Zorp. Lizard people, not a new thing from 2007. David Icke's been talking lizard people for...
This actually goes back to 97.
Wow.
Yes.
A good 10 years.
Yes, Grooves in the Heart. It's 1997.
Okay. Please allow me to introduce you to Ivo A. Benda and the Cosmic People of Light Powers, a.k.a. the Universe People. This is a Czech and Slovak UFO religion based in UFO theory, conspiracy theory, and Christianity.
All right.
Okay.
I'll hear it out.
Communication with extraterrestrial civilizations is basically the religion. One website said, quote, they are considered to be the most distinctive UFO religion in Czech Republic, end quote. And I just have a few follow-up questions.
Yeah.
Considered implies that it's been debated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most distinctive implies that there are many.
There's some less distinctive, yes.
Some
What
more
the fuck
milquetoast
is happening?
UFO religions in the Czech Republic.
Boy, oh boy, are things happening over there. So the conspiracy part comes in because obviously the universe people know that evil forces, a.k.a. the Saurians, a.k.a. the lizard people.
Hashtag lizard truth.
Fuck them.
Hashtag lizard truth. Thank you. And they are planning compulsory microchipping.
Oh.
Bill Gates bullshit. It's all happening.
It's
They're
all
tracking our every
happening.
move. Even though we've all got smartphones now and we let them track us anyway.
Fully tracking us 3 ways from Sunday.
They are watching, and I'm going to show you how. Yeah. You're not ready for what's actually going on, okay? You're not ready.
Miss, lay the truth on me. I'm ready for the real. I'm ready for the real truth.
I'm tired of living blue pill life.
Pill me on the universe people.
Yes, please. The Christianity bit, the best I can make out, is they still worship Jesus, but he is considered a fine vibrations being, of which I could find no explanation. What I could find is that a coarse vibration being is bad. Coarse, if your vibrations are coarse, you know, those things.
Okay. Well, like a coarse vibration being, you should really just use that as a shoulder massager and not in your area.
Well, when I looked it up, the only thing I could find is the different methods for vibration treatment for sore muscles.
So, okay. Yeah.
Sore muscles, call it whatever you can call it, to put it in discreet packaging and get it mailed right to your home.
Just in a plain cardboard box. Okay. So, in addition to Benda's telepathic and later direct communication with extraterrestrial civilizations. The religion is based on science fiction books like Angels and Starships by Giorgio Di Bittonto and
noble effort.
I tried. Inside the Spaceships by George Adamski. And who can forget Barbara Marknicki's masterpiece, Bringers of Dawn?
Not a Hubbard in the mix?
There is almost nothing on there that isn't on the internet on there. Nothing available that isn't like their direct website which please don't look at until the end because I want us to all experience this together.
I truly hope. Okay. May I take a quick detour into the world of weird internet and like old looking GeoCities websites?
Sure.
Yes, you may.
Because my partner and I have our favorite website. You can go there now. It's called RoswellOracle.com.
Oh, Roswell?
RoswellOracle.com is the website of the biggest fan of the show Roswell that I have ever seen in my life. Everything you could possibly want to know about Roswell, it's in there. The best portion of the website is Dreams and Dream Fragments, where this person has, for the last 20 years, written long, point-by-point
I see them.
histories of every Roswell-related dream they have had.
Oh, my God.
That's nice. I'm looking.
Oh, yeah. Every few months, we check RoswellOracle.com because it is still updated and it still looks like it was made in like 1999.
Oh, you are in no way prepared for what this website is.
It's wow. Okay.
So
if it's better than RoswellOracle.com, I can't even imagine.
You are unprepared.
Oh my God.
You're unprepared.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I know. Listen, you're on the right track, but you're unprepared.
Oh my God.
Unprepared. He also stole parts of the religion from a Swiss philosopher, Billy Meyer, who unequivocally denies any involvement with Benda or the universe people.
Wait. Billy Meyer is another like a UFO guy, I think.
Is he? I didn't look into it.
Wait.
It's Meier.
Yes. He's the founder of a different UFO religion called the Freie Interessengemeinschaft für Grenz- und Geisteswissenschaften und Ufologiestudien, the free community of interests for the border and spiritual sciences and ufological studies.
Yeah, so that guy unequivocally denies any involvement with these psychos.
Too crazy for Billy Meyer.
Too fucking crazy for them.
Yeah. And I love that everything I found, it was described as the philosophy of Billy Meyer.
Wow.
Thank you, Edie, for being here and making that wonderful connection.
I know too much about ufology, I think.
Well, we both know why. So what's happening is the extraterrestrial civilizations operate a fleet of 10 million spaceships that continuously orbit the Earth.
Yeah, okay.
The fleet is led by alien Ashtar Sharon.
Okay.
Sharon, I know her.
Sheran. Sharon.
Sharon.
But an Ashtar in general is an extraterrestrial being that a number of people claim to have channeled.
Okay, so they like
on their Slovakian TV
in a room with other people.
Yeah, I think it's closer to that. Followers are taught to distrust technology and control mechanisms of society. Mass media is a tool of oppression and manipulation. In Benda's own words, though Benda has tried very, very hard to break into media to disseminate his truth.
Don't watch TV unless you see me on TV.
That's exactly what it is. Other miscellaneous tenets of the cosmic people of light powers is copyright infringement is stupid. The only beings with copyright ownership are universe creatures, obviously, and the universe creatures don't give a shit. So back off their dick, all right?
Off their
they just straight up steal shit and put it on their website.
Yes.
It's incredible.
It's like Scientology being like the IRS is evil.
So this is compared to the open source Scientology because everything is on their website. I've read so much.
This is an indoctrination, isn't this?
You are selling me on the universe people.
I told you we're all joining tonight.
I'm in it.
We are ascending tonight.
Also, the final thing is that money should be abolished.
I mean, money's fake. We
we all
fake.
agree it's fake.
That's fine. The universe people create an incredible amount of physical and digital propaganda in an astonishing amount of languages. So there's literally too much to even comprehend.
Yes.
There's too much to even wrap your head around. And most of it is incomprehensible.
What? Why? How?
And like, it's been, I think, Google translated from Czech into whatever the other languages. So into English, into German, into whatever. And so it literally, most of it is just doesn't make sense. So what I did, because honestly, all I want is to spend all of my time reading it, but I simply cannot. I'm going to go through Benda's first book called Interviews with Instructions from My Friends from the Universe, which is, that's part one. There is a part two.
Sex with my friends from the universe.
Basically. And so it's none of it. There's no single conversation. What's happening is he's telepathically having a conversation. And then he has it's like he's got like a journal entry where he describes what the the information that they were disseminating.
Interesting.
They have the schematics up on the website on how the ships, the 10 million ships that are currently circling us right now, the schematics are on there. It looks incredible. There's so many different layers. There's like different environments.
Like, I love world building. I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. I love world building. This is great, but also like deeply unhinged.
No, it's deeply unhinged. If this was a game, I'd never stop playing.
Yeah.
Never. So that's the first book. There's so many other books. There's so much more information. There's no chance of ever going through it all. So all I did was basically, because this is available as a PDF, which I have.
Oh, bless you.
It is, hold on. I want to see how many pages it is. It is
147.
It is, I think, 270 pages.
I was way off.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's 270 pages, and this is one of many, many, many books.
This guy.
This is a low-rent L. Ron Hubbard.
I want him to take to the sea, though. I want him very badly to take to the sea.
He's not L. Ron Hubbard. He's low rent.
There he is.
Yes.
There he is. No, so he's not going to take to the seas, but he's going to take to the sky. I mean, he does spend all of his time there talking to his cosmic friends, which is what he calls them.
Ashtar Sharon?
He is like our alien.
Oh, the liaison?
He's like the leader of the 10 million ships.
Oh, got it.
So he's kind of like a guardian, but like he's not like a god.
So he was like, take me to your leader, and they did?
Kevin, you're not ready. And I hear the doubt, and I don't appreciate it, and you're going to look silly later. So...
Yeah, Kevin, when we're all chilling with our cosmic friends.
On our
space-time.
Badass space boats. Space cruise ships, but I'm picturing way better.
We're going to be up there fucking up the lizard people. You're going to be down here in your blue pill world.
Okay, so I just want to say the book starts with a motto. And I need to know if you're ready.
Okay. I am ready.
This is the motto. When all of you enter this way of living, follow us, being able to share everything with others, capable of working in this manner and presenting your work to you, all with love, but all of you in this way, it will make a difference. That's from...
Tommy Wiseau.
That's from Pitta, P-T-A-A-H, who is a commander of the cosmic squadron from Pleiades.
Pleiades. Oh, he's speaking the language.
Oh, where's Jesus in all this?
Places in the universe.
Oh, you'll find out.
Oh, we're going to find out? Okay. Because I'm here for Jesus, all right?
We'll get into it. It's nonsensical, and to try to explain it without my notes
shuffling
is
papers like Alex Jones. This is fabulous. I have the documents.
No, I have the documents. I am unleashing this onto the world.
The frogs are gay, and Jesus is a lizard.
The frogs are gay and Jesus is a lizard. Honestly, though, the pictures that the renditions they have of Jesus on the website are like typical white Jesus, but he's got big fucking anime eyes. Really weird. Really weird.
I was not expecting to say anime eyes.
They're like very
giant hog.
Yeah, they're very.
I was like big, like pecs or something. I was, or big Popeye forearms.
No, he's got like big Disney princess eyes. No, but I'd like to get back to my Alex Jonesing.
Yeah.
Because I understand why he does this now. Yeah. Yes. Great. Because I get why Alex Jones does this because it's fucking fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the way that he does it is very dangerous. And I understand that, but I do understand it. So we've got our motto.
Yeah.
I still don't know where Jesus is a lizard.
No, it doesn't. Kevin, I need you to be patient. And I need you to stop fucking around with this Jesus stuff.
I want Popeye Jesus. Bring Popeye Jesus.
So the next part, all caps. Praying our creator and friends from space for a TV contact. That is the second page of the book in all caps. So Ivo has been asked by many extraterrestrials from many different planets to publish the conversations.
Many.
And he wants to make sure everyone knows that all of the extraterrestrials are peaceful beings. He's been assured, and they're almost identical to us in appearance.
Give me a time slot on national television, and all my cosmic friends will show up. They want to. They're all tech avail. They're all interested.
You have cable access?
I'm doing a deeply offensive Eastern European accent.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so in our galaxy alone, there are 2 million extraterrestrial civilizations.
Whoa.
Not just beings. So how it works is those 2 million civilizations are governed by a high council located in the constellation Aquarius. The oldest member of the high council is Glorge.
Glorge. Long live Glorge.
This is the Glorging of the age of Aquarius. The Glorge of Aquarius.
It's
You are looking gorgeous tonight, doll.
Gorgeous.
GORL. Gorl. OG. OJ.
Gorge.
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 It's important to know of this because the extraterrestrial civilizations need us to beware of the forces of darkness, aka the Saurians, aka the lizard people. Quote,
Yeah.
These rascals are performing massive abductions of people in the USA and other Western countries. They plan to do the same in our little country, end quote.
Dastardly fuckers grabbing Americans. God-fearing Americans. It's only a matter of time before they make their way
to
the Czech Republic. Oh my God.
Also, so everything presented in the book has been approved by our friend from the cosmos. We are constantly being watched and recorded by millions of civilizations are just watching us right now, which is necessary because we're making a cosmic mess. All right?
Wow.
Just as a fun fact, the Cosmic Friends love Czech music and literature.
Of course they do.
So that was also in the preface of the book. And that they agree that socialism wasn't the way, but capitalism is bad too. So
capitalism is bad.
Capitalism is bad, but socialism's also bad. It's for lazy people.
So what other ism is good?
Kevin, have you been listening at all? Because the answer is the cosmic people of light powers, Kevin.
Light powerism.
Light powerism.
Light powerism. Obviously, kind of. Okay, still not at the book. On February 20th, 1954, extraterrestrials from 5 ships from ESA, E-I-S-A, on the Betelgeuse star personally proposed a new, sustainable, positive, peaceful style of life in harmony with all aspects of life and creation. The idea was rejected by President Eisenhower.
That fucking loser, President Eisenhower.
Yep. And the truth has been censored ever since.
Of course it has.
Quote, hence, dear people, I, Evo Benda, am appealing that you stop being puppets and become the true people just as you were created by our beloved creator. I feel like Alex Jones, and it feels good.
Wake up, sheeple. You've been asleep. You've been asleep your whole lives.
Yeah, you are so good at that. Did you play him on Broadway? Like, seriously, do it. I love that. It's just so good. Okay. Yeah, so now I have a note. How are we doing? Because we haven't even started.
How much more is there?
No. Like, for the episode, we're almost done.
Okay.
We just haven't even gotten to the book.
That's what I mean. Like, what's the book?
At what point in the book is our global lack of awareness like some Zionist conspiracy? Where does he get there? Because he's got to, right? He's got to.
In quarantine or isolation somewhere, pull this up and have some reading.
This is terrible, even if
you've
that's
got
not
Omicron,
true.
read this entire PDF.
It'll probably only make sense if you are like feverish.
Guys, I can send you the full PDF or the link to read it without a PDF.
No, thanks.
Ooh, we can do like a word search.
Yes. There you go. All right. So by reading it, we also raise our vibrational level of spirit and body, contributing to the creating a fine vibratory field of love on planet Earth. All right.
Yeah. I mean, it makes total sense so far.
So who's ready for the terms and conditions for contacting extraterrestrials?
No, I don't want to. Everybody skip those.
That
you
and
scroll
accept
down,
it.
you say allow.
Yeah, we allow it.
You say accept. Everybody says accept.
You can't. You got to read them. There's only 10, so don't worry.
Okay.
So number 1, be loving, harmonious, spiritually well-ordered, and sentimental in loving the prime creator. 1A, no cigarettes, alcohol in moderation, but none is preferred. 1B, forgive yourself and others.
So if you can't really reach the level of 1A, forgive yourself in 1B.
It's built in.
Exactly. Yeah. Number 2, love all human beings, even those who harm you.
Okay.
Number 3, this is very different. Love all living and non-living things.
I love you, Rock.
So, yeah,
I
that's
love
exactly
you.
what it means. Number 4, reduce meat eating, but no meat is preferred.
Yeah, okay.
Number 5, eliminate and destroy all negative literature about war, eroticism, and negative experiences with UFOs or extraterrestrials.
So no masturbation.
No masturbation.
No masturbation.
Get rid of your erotica. All those Tom of Finland drawings, burn them.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking
Kev
about.
doesn't have any.
He's never seen one. Number 6, completely unrelated. Don't read negative books or magazines. Don't watch negative movies. 6A, ignore politics because it's full of coarse vibrations.
Coarse vibrations.
There he is. Don't possess excessive property, which was like more than 2 houses.
More than 2.
Was the example.
1 is preferred, but 2.
1 is preferred.
2 is acceptable. Same for cars. Help people in need according to your own possibilities, which is good. I appreciate that one. Work unselfishly for other people to spread information about our friend of the cosmos, but be moderate and unobtrusive.
Yeah. Talk about your cosmic alien pen pals, but like
only
cool
a little bit.
A little bit. Only a little bit.
Cool it.
Don't harm other creatures. Again, is number 10.
Okay.
So those are it. That's the terms and conditions.
I mean, I guess that's fine.
If you can manage the terms and conditions, you can now make contact by saying the following.
Oh,
Are you
no.
ready?
Okay. Well, wait, I have to not watch anything negative, not read anything negative.
So we should probably
and I guess
stop
something,
this show.
I guess anything negative is anything that like
Exists.
doesn't talk up our cosmic friends. So
Exactly.
pretty much
That's exactly what
everything
it is.
but this stuff.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so it is, dear creator, the beloved one, I am asking you for a contact with you or with my cosmic friends or with Ashtar or Pitta. And that's it. That's how you contact.
Oh, that's just...
And then you're connected. That's it.
Is there any kind of like AOL like sign-on noise as you're connecting?
Well, it says, now the conversations can begin. And then this is the point in the book where he's detailing the conversations. Please let me tell you my favorite. Women should hold their own and stand up to men, and not with weapons or hands, only words to vindicate. Quote, they must be on guard against rape.
Oh, no.
By the help of commitment to the Creator, just transmit a silent prayer in thought, and then no man would touch you, but he would begin to regard you with reverence instead. End quote.
That's not how that works.
In cases of legitimate rape, the body has mechanisms to shut that down.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then this power alone could depolarize the earth. Then everything would be set into motion, and men would correct themselves. They would think highly of women and mothers. Thanks, Peter.
Wow.
Okay, so I want to get back to my favorite part. Let's do a little, let's forget that, but I thought it was important to put it out there. It's not great, but my favorite part.
Yeah, so far the only questionable thing that I've heard so far, everything else has been
Exactly,
on
and that's why I
100%.
wanted to be honest. I wanted to be honest with you. I wanted to present it. I didn't want to look like I was trying to hide anything.
Yeah.
But let's follow it up with number 3. The number 3 conversation is regarding the Yeti.
The Yeti that I'm thinking of, the Yeti, the abominable snowman.
Ivo, reached out. He said his prayer for a contact because he was curious about Yetis. And Pitta, the Cosmic Squadron commander of Pleiades, said, yes, the Yeti are real, but he is not from here. He was transferred from another planet because he was going extinct. Yeti are highly intelligent, and our mountains provide the perfect home. He won't harm people. He's very shy and quite clever.
So just the one? Just the one Yeti.
Oh my god.
That's all he only mentions one.
They live in the mountains because they're endangered, and so
We have an obligation.
To keep them in the mountains because it's like the Yeti sanctuary.
That's
but
exactly
don't
what it
worry,
is.
they're chill. They're cool and chill.
They're very
totes
shy.
chill.
They're gonna hide. Like if you try to find them, they're gonna hide because they're
They're
shy.
gonna hide as if they don't exist, but they definitely do.
But they
They're
do.
in the mountains. My
That was a
God,
journey.
where is this website? Where is this website?
You're not ready.
Yes.
I've got it up. So when you're ready, you will.
Heavenly-angels.org.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Are you there?
Oh. Wow. Ashtar's Grand Cosmic Squadron.
Mm-hmm.
Pure love is a medicine without side effects. Wisdom of life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is incredible. Also, Ashtar Sharon looks beautiful.
I know. But if you go down, there's the Library of Light. That's where I got the book.
Teaching about doing good. More than 7,000 pages of text to download.
Yeah.
More than 5,000 pictures and news articles.
Oh,
the original website is in Czech. Foreigners learn Czech language.
Yes.
Cooperation on translations.
Oh, if you go down like just a little bit in the middle, there is a white square that says the mother spaceship of the Grand Cosmic Squadron of Ashtar Sharon. And that has basically the schematics. And remember, there's 10 million of these.
Oh my God. All of this. Oh, wait, Jesus is in the middle of this one that I'm looking at right now.
Oh, I know. Jesus is in a few of them, yeah.
Ashtar Sharon, the Lord Jesus Christ, and Pizza. And they are, they look like child's drawings.
They really do. They're so bad. I can't find the one about microchipping right now, but it's a good one. They use the hell out of a Microsoft Word document. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, okay. So I'm like maybe, I guess, a little more than a quarter the way down, maybe closer to a third, but there's a example of a microchip.
Stop chipping things and people.
Yeah.
Caution, Saurians from hells want to chip you and things.
Yeah. We will not be chipped. You can see how little they are, sneaky bastards.
Oh my God.
So I'm so glad that you guys could come on this journey with me because this is the best.
I'm going to spend hours on this website.
Yes, so will I.
Well, damn, miss. Yeah. What a journey.
Mm-hmm. Miss, this was...
Thank you.
We weren't ready. We weren't ready.
I
thank
found
goodness
this by
the website
accident,
includes...
and I'm so happy. I don't know what I was doing. I was looking up silly like crimes or funny cults or something like that. And I found a list of something and this happened to be on it. And I was like, that's stupid. And I was just like, holy shit.
That's outrageous.
The world must know.
They have millions of people who have gone to this website to fuck around. And they call them all members.
The only reason that we don't think that there are millions of people is because they're not allowed on TV.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Back,
that's true. The lizard people are muzzling the truth.
Oy.
Of course.
They're scared of it. Miss, thank you so much for this.
You're welcome.
You've cursed us with this knowledge.
Mm-hmm. I sure did.
So if any listeners are listening, they want to check it out. Don't give them any money. Don't.
No, definitely don't.
Please don't give them any money.
But do go to heavenly-angels.org.
Yeah, we'll post it. We'll post it on the Instagram when the episode comes out.
We've got to show the people a picture of Ashtar Sharon.
Yeah.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Oh shit! Well, this has been an amazing episode.
Yes, and thank you again, Kevin. Great story.
You too.
Excellent stories. Yeah. I mean, two very different vibes.
Very different vibes.
I loved every second of being on the podcast.
Thank you for joining us on these journeys today.
Yes, thank you.
Your presence is always amazing.
Yeah, just don't change your locks, and I'll make my way in again sometime.
God, yes.
Exactly.
And to our listeners, again, thank you for coming with us.
Yes, thank you so much.
If you want to check us out on our socials, we are on Instagram at Creepy InQueeries Pod. We also have our website at www.creepyinqueriespod.com. You can email us at creepyinqueriespod@gmail.com. And
rate, subscribe, comment. Tell us what you hate. Tell us what you don't hate.
Love it.
Thank you for being here. We cannot express how much it means.
Especially if you made it this far in this episode.
Especially if you've made it all the way to this moment. Good night, sir.
Good day, good night, good morning, whenever you're listening to this. And until episode 11 next Wednesday, we just would love to say to you, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.